streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it from you.
Hello, fellow YouTubians, and welcome to my English project. Let's get right into it. Today I'm reading some passages from Lord of the Flies. The droppings were warm. They lay piled among turned earth. They were olive green, smooth, and they steamed a little. Jack lifted his head and stared at the inscrutable masses of creeper that lay across the trail. Then he raised his spear and sneaked forward. Beyond the creeper, the trail joined a pig run that was wide enough and trodden enough to be a path. The ground was hardened by an accustomed tread, and as Jack rose to his full height, he heard something moving on it. He swung back his right arm and hurled the spear with all his strength. From the pig run came the quick, hard patter of hooves, a castanet sound, seductive, maddening, the promise of meat. He rushed out of the undergrowth and snatched up his spear. The pattering of the pig's trotters died away in the distance. Far beneath them, the trees of the forest sighed, then roared. The hair on their foreheads fluttered, and flames blew out sideways from the fire. 15 yards away from them came the plopping noise of fabric blown open. Neither of the boys screamed, but the grip of their arms tightened, and their mouths grew peaked. For perhaps 10 seconds, they crouched like that, while the flailing fire sent smoke and sparks and waves of inconstant light over the top of the mountain. Simon had passed through the area of fruit trees, but today the little ones had been too busy with the fire on the beach, and they had not pursued him there. He went on among the creepers until he reached the great mat that was woven by the open space and crawled inside. Beyond the screen of leaves, the sunlight pelted down and the butterflies danced in the middle, their unending dance.
Oh, look, butterflies.
He knelt down and the arrow of sun fell on him. That other time the air had seemed to vibrate with heat, but now it threatened. Soon the sweat was running from his long, coarse hair. He shifted relentlessly, but there was no avoiding the sun. Presently he was thirsty, and then very thirsty. He continued to sit. Simon felt his knees smack the rock. He crawled forward, and soon he understood. The tangle of lines showed him the mechanics of his parody. He examined the white nasal bones, the teeth, the colors of corruption. He saw how pitilessly the layers of rubber and canvas held together the poor body that should be rotting away. Then the wind blew again, and the figure lifted, bowed, and breathed foully at him. Simon knelt on all fours and was sick until his stomach was empty. Then he took the lines in his hands. He freed them from the rocks, and the figure from the wind's indignity.
Kill the beast, cut his throat, spill his blood, do him in.
The sticks fell, and the mouth of the new circle crunched and screamed. The beast was on its knees in the center, its arms folded over its face. It was crying out against the abominable noise, something about a body on the hill.
There's a body on the hill!
The beast struggled forward, broke the ring, and fell over the steep edge of the rock to the sand by the water. At once the ground surged after it, poured down the rock, leapt onto the beast, screamed, struck, bit, tore. There were no words, and no movements but the tearing of teeth and claws.